Happy Wednesday, everyone. So Judy's usually one of the first ones signing in, but she's here in person. So let's see. Okay. So we have, we're going to do a little show and tell. And we're going to do one of the another box from iCrafters, show you how to do that. And I think that's it. I have to run out of here today at 1:30. I have my annual mammogram. So just reminding everyone, go get your mammogram. I find it very easy for me to remember because I was due in my birthday month. So that way I don't forget. So it's really important. So everybody go out there and get your mammogram. So on a side note, who knew you were going to do a Facebook post and remind you to get your mammogram? Okay. So we got some new products in from LDRS. This is a new release. So I'm going to go through that. And I'm going to show you how one of their products work, which I think is really, really cool. And then we're going to do one of the little mini boxes from iCrafter really quick. So I'm going to gather this all up so I can start showing you. And the cool thing about this LDRS order that came in, they sent samples. So I didn't have to do any of these. So this is the first little set. It's called Campfire Friends. And it does have a die cut that goes with it, especially with all these little tiny pieces. You definitely want that die cut. And it has this great little house. And I thought the house is good for, even if you're not into their little critters, for people that collect Mama Elephant and Lawn Fawn, you can probably add a lot of those little figures over here. And there is a die for that. And here is a finished card that they did, so you can see all the little people. You see the little guy in the window, and the door opens. Isn't that adorable? So this is from LDRS. The other thing, this is a new die. They come, let me grab them. There are 2 sets. There is the large A2, and you get 3 different sizes in that set. And then they have the next series, which fits inside of that. So they're smaller dies. And I kind of like the fact that they broke them up, because otherwise it would be very expensive. And a lot of times you don't want the little ones, or you don't want the big ones, or whatever. So they have these 2 sizes. On this particular card, they did use the largest from the A2 and the next size down. So these are called diagonal stitch layering frames. And these, all these should be online, because Jess was working on them this morning, and we got all the UPCs in and everything. So you should have those. This is just a new little border set, and I thought it was adorable. So you have the little fence, and you have the little mice and the flowers. This is just kind of fall leaves. Then you have the pumpkins and this little kind of greenery grass. We've gotten some of their sentiments in before, and I do like them because, you know, every company kind of has their own style and their, you know, their little messages that they make. And these are just fun. This is the Friends one, and this is Happy Me. And then there is the coordinating die that works with both of these. So you stamp the entire stamp, if you can see. It's one large stamp. It has these little square marks, which will line up with your die. And so you can cut all those at once. And it's nice to like stamp multiple sets at a time, so that when you're making a card, you can go back and just pull out a little sentiment from a stash. You know, kind of label them. We also have the little sentiment strip boxes from Tailored Expression. So they have little slots for each sentiment. So you can do like birthday in one, you know, get well in another, and so on. So these are really nice. They have this beautiful dahlia stamp. And once again, you can see they use the smaller die as an insert and set that down. And on the bigger one, they have it on the outside and made a frame. And this is the new flower set. And they did a beautiful job. I love dahlias. Never get them to come back up the following year. I probably don't dig them up in time. And then there's a coordinating die for the flowers. And they have a new floral slimline, and I kind of like this one because it was funky. It was a little bit different than a lot of the other companies. And I love the color palette that they chose. Those muted, the blues, the country blues, and, you know, mauves and the golds. And they do also have the coordinating die that goes along with that. And the die in the inside also cuts the little messages. And this is one of the dies that we showed in the last release. Kind of has the post-stitch slimline in the outside frame. And this was Kim's post for the blog this week. And you can see this is LDRS, their post-stitch die. So you can see it done in a card. And that little kind of almost reminds me of a bottle cap circle design. And that was put on here 3 times. And the images that she used were from the Polka Doodle set. She did an adorable job. So you have a mix of LDRS and the Polka Doodles. This stamp is new. This is the tag stamp. We had the tags in Halloween. This is the fall series. And then I'm going to show you the Christmas one. And if you can see, there are literally 3 tags on one side and 3 on the other side. And then you get all the little sentiments that you can stamp on the tags when you're done, and the to and from. And then there is the coordinating die that works so that you will cut out 6 tags all at once. So what I want to show you is the Christmas version, because we're going to use these. We're putting together Stamp Camp kits, and this is going to be everybody's little label. Watch these tiny little stamps. And I love the fact that, you know, once you have the die, you can use it on all these sets. So I'm just going to kind of put this down here. I'm going to use a little bit of washi tape to hold that down, especially since it's the new stamp. And I picked out a Hero Arts, the Royal Red. There's a couple inks from Hero Arts that are my favorite for Christmas time. And this Royal Red is a beautiful color. They have a really nice green, and they have a purple that's amazing. And there's a, let's see, where's my little tool? I was using it earlier. So go back and re-ink. And I'm using the Stamp Buddy, the Stamping Buddy, and it has the little mat in there because I'm using a clear stamp. Okay, so we'll take this off. I actually, you know what, I'm going to flip it. I'm going to do the other side real quick since we have to make a bunch of tags. So I think Jess sent an email out today. We have some spots available for Stamp Camp in all the sessions. And we're bagging up kits. Hopefully tomorrow we'll have the rest of the kits ready to go for the people that are doing Zoom. You can come by and pick up your kit. Today we're working on the ones that we have to mail out. Okay. Is that a beautiful red? And we'll just take the die. And I think you'll be seeing in the future, I think a lot more stamp companies are going to be thinking this way, where you're going to be stamping multiple things. Just waiting for Lawn Fawn with all their tiny little images. This is like what they need to do. I have a Misty set up with all the little birthday kids. I'm afraid, because I have it set up perfectly to match the die. So you can see I'm matching those little triangles up. And let me just go over and cut this. And we have our little tags. Oh, here's the last one in here. So it's a super quick, easy way to make those tags for your holiday packages and gifts and little treat bags and whatever. So the new one is the fall. This is the Christmas. And I'm sure that in the spring they'll probably come out with one for Easter. So I haven't looked. Anybody have any questions so far? I can do one thing. I can demo and talk, and then I could read. It's hard to do them both together. So if I missed your questions, I apologize. So the last thing that I actually want to show you is this little, the money roll, or you can put lip balm in it, little treat box from iCrafter. We did the holiday box last time. We did this box. We sold out, and we have some more on their way. So if you missed out the first time around, more boxes are coming in. And this one, I actually die cut it a little bit earlier, and you have the one base piece and has these little fold lines. You have your little tabs that fold in. And this one, we just had a scrap paper, on the table. So we're just using that. So you can see how this is going to fold up. I believe there's a fold here. The red, it was called Royal Red. And it might not be, well, it might not be on our online store. We don't have all the hero in there, but I know we just got some in, and they have another kind of a, another red. I think it's like a raspberry, and that's another gorgeous color. So you can see that this box just folds up just like that. And inside you can put lip balm, but they also say you can roll up like a $1 bill or a 20 or a 50 or 100, depends who's getting it. And you can have it kind of come out. They give you a lot of little decorative pieces. So I did the little rectangle to make the window, and then I put the white inside. I didn't realize when I was folding it up that this pattern paper would be on there. So what I'm going to do is go back and cut the snowflake paper to create that background. then put this on, so I'm not going to complete this. Because my idea was to, then put a little sentiment on and maybe a snowflake. They give you a couple little dies that you can do a little decorative piece. You have 2 different ones. They have the Merry Christmas. They have the word love. And then your dear and the deer. So you get a lot of different options on here. Here is one that was done. The little deer is just adorable by himself. He's the cutest little thing. And then you can see the words, your deer. We have the little sign. We have that little decorative piece. And this was just done in solid green paper. And somewhere in my mess, we had one. We had a birthday one, which I thought was, oh, here it is. Here's one, and then we have a little cupcake on the front of it. So, it's just not a holiday thing. You can use it for, birthdays too. So that is the iCrafter, the Money Roll and Lip Balm. Let's see if there's any questions. So I think that's it for today. I have to remind you all that Saturday is our in-store stamp camp. And we'll probably just do a live showing you some of the projects everybody's doing in stamp camp. But we are having a Friday Facebook post. And it's called Friday featuring Mona. So I'm really excited. So she's going to be featuring some of the Concord and Ninth products. So please join us. It will be at 2 o'clock. Or shortly after. So if we're not on at 2, give us a couple minutes to get her situated and set up, and it'll be a treat. I'm really happy she's able to do that because for a lot of you, remember Mona did the demo Sundays, and she is like a wealth of knowledge. She's been stamping way longer than me. She is my go-to person when I have questions and such. So she has a lot of tips and ideas and techniques to share with you, and she does amazing projects. So I'm glad to have her here this Friday. So if you don't have any other questions, I'm going to let you go. I have to kind of clean up my mess and head out shortly. So everyone have a wonderful day. The sun is out. Take a walk. Enjoy. Get some fresh air. And we'll see you Friday. Thanks.